I'm really excited for this recipe today because we're gonna be making cookies! Welcome back to another episode of The Master Food Artist. I'm Darlene Loves, your host, and you are joining me in my kitchen today where we're going to make some delicious, I love these cookies. They are flavorful and delicious and nutritious, and they're really good for you. And they're simple to make. Let's put that emphasis, simple. These are actually my lovey's favorite cookies. He loves them, and he says all he needs is one, and he is, satisfied. He is very happy. I don't know how you stop at one, so don't get them in front of me, okay? I can't do it. Well, now what artistic tool are we using today? It's a food processor. Now, I don't invest a lot in my food processor because I think they last forever. I had my last food processor for about 10-15 years, and I think that it was good for Hamilton Beach, $20 I think I even got it at Kmart. You can use any processor with the S blade. Now you're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of nuts to your food processor, 1 cup of pitted dates, and 1/4 cup of raisins, and blend thoroughly until it's nice and moist and crumbly. Then you divide it in half. Then you add whatever flavoring of the donut balls. We're gonna call them. These are the base of the raw cookie. Now you can take this base and you can flavor it any way you want. The way we're flavoring it today, we have 2 different ones. We're gonna make a chocolate cookie, and we're also going to make a apple cinnamon. Now I'm using dried apples. You can use fresh apples. Remember, they're going to be wetter, so you're going to want to add more nuts to it. To our cinnamon raisin cookies, we're going to add 1/4 cup of coconut sugar and 1/2 cup of crushed dried apples, 1/2 to a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of raisins. And go ahead and blend again. You're going to want this to be crumbly and moist, and then go ahead and set it to the side. Next, we're going to start on the chocolate flavoring by adding 1/4 cup of sugar, of the coconut sugar, 1/4 cup of chocolate or carob powder, a tablespoon of cacao nibs, and then I like to use the stevia flavoring, and I'm using a couple of drops of the chocolate stevia flavoring. Now let's blend all of these ingredients together again until it's nice and moist and crumbly. Once in a while I'll zest an orange and I'll throw that in there with either the chocolate or just with the orange itself. It gives it that nice orange chocolate flavor. Now we have our cookie bases made. Now let's form them into balls by putting about a tablespoon or so in your hand and rolling it up, smashing it up. If it is a little dry, now remember as you're blending this, and if it feels like it won't clump together, you can add more dates and then blend those up. And these are the recommended measurements, but depending on where you are and how dry your nuts are and how dry your dates are, you might have to adjust. That's what's great about being a food artist. You can adjust. And none of these recipes you're gonna mess up. So be a little dangerous, or a lot dangerous. Because I think it's important to be dangerous in order to make food that is delicious, nutritious, and that everybody is going to love. Now, once these balls are fully formed, you're going to roll them in a base of coconut sugar, raw chocolate powder, and coconut powder. Now, for the apple cinnamon ones, we're going to roll them up the same way into a ball shape, and then we're going to roll them in a base of coconut sugar and cinnamon, and we'll roll them up, and that will give it that coconutty, really yummy donut taste. Wasn't that recipe just amazing? Oh my gosh, look at how moist the base is. It's like moist chocolate and apple cinnamon cake. It's so delicious. and you can wrap them in cellophane or parchment paper and then cellophane and take them with you on the go. They're a great pick-me-up. Now my lovey, this is his favorite recipe, and he tells me that this recipe is his favorite cookie that he's ever had. And this is coming from a guy, he's not vegan, so he just enjoys this recipe, and I know that you and your loved ones will enjoy it too. Please sure to comment in below once you've made this recipe or once you're excited to make this recipe. So please subscribe and hit the like button so that we can get to know each other more. And I can't wait to share more recipes with you. And I hope that I left you healthier, happier, and more in love than before. I loves you.